What's up, my takenokos? This is Teru-chan in Japan. You might notice some noise in the background. We've started using our air conditioner, which means the windows are closed. Which means I can play my recorder whenever I want! Well, maybe not whenever I want. This is sort of a video response to a video made by Jin of Jin's Kitchen, also Rachel and Jin. I wanted to try out the recipe and I thought it might be fun for people to see it attempted by someone who's not an awesome, amazing, or even a good chef and see how it turns out. The recipe is shoyu ramen and it's linked below if you'd like to see. I don't know why you would have seen my video and not his, but there if you want. I wanted to go over a few things before I start cooking, just so I don't forget anything. This is my first time making washoku, which is really more like chika ryori. I don't really know what I'm doing, but the recipe seems simple enough, so it should be fine. When I went to my kitchen to see what ingredients we had, I happened upon this, which made me very happy. This was for the recipe that didn't use the stock called weipa, until I realized, crap, that recipe uses oyster sauce, and I am intolerant to shellfish. The nature of my intolerance is just that I get kind of an upset stomach, but I never tried to eat mollusks before, so there might actually be no problem. And I don't think the amount is so high that I really need to worry about it. There were two deciding factors for me on which recipe to do. First was the matter of amount. My partner bought this, so I know that it'll get used again. If I buy weipa and I don't make this recipe again, I'm stuck with this whole can of stuff that I'm not going to use. Second, the cost of the weipa was 600 yen for the small one, and the cost of oyster sauce and sesame oil was under 400 yen, so I couldn't justify paying so much for this ingredient that I might not even use again. So I guess if I die, I'll let you know in an annotation. I want to make it clear, please do not follow my example. If you have a serious shellfish allergy, do not, under any circumstances, use oyster sauce. I don't even think I need to tell some of you this, but I just want to make that clear. My intolerance is very mild and manageable. Even if I do eat shellfish, I don't suffer any real serious negative effects of it. But if your allergy is very serious, do not do what I'm doing. There are substitutes for oyster sauce. If you just Google search oyster sauce substitute, you get a lot of hits. There's some sort of mushroom stock or soup or something that you can use. I've seen people say that they use dark soy sauce. Also, I've seen some people say that they've used Worcestershire sauce. I'm not sure what any of these do to taste, but your health and safety are more important. Next, I wanted to get naruto for this dish. I really like naruto, but because I prefer udon to ramen, I always have to eat kamaboko. I'm not so much of a cook, but in terms of eating, I like food with air in it. I think it makes it taste better, and I think that the giza-giza shape of naruto makes it taste better than kamaboko. So I was super excited to use naruto in this recipe until I get to the store and see that all the naruto are like 6 inches long. I don't see myself making ramen on a regular basis, so I couldn't justify buying something that I was only going to use a few slices of and then throw out the rest. The kamaboko came in shorter blocks of 1 to 2 inches, but I still didn't think that I'd use it all, so unfortunately I had to pass on both the naruto and the kamaboko. Sad face. It was a really weird experience to shop for all these ingredients. I went to a supermarket that I don't go to a lot anymore, but I still know it pretty well. But buying all these ingredients that I wouldn't normally buy was a little disorienting for me. I had an idea of where to find them, but I still wasn't very sure. It was almost like going to the supermarket for the first time all over again. But I think I might have enjoyed that a little better had I not gone right at closing time. But anyway, enough about that. Let's get cooking! Okay, so I want to have a hard-boiled egg in my dish, so Because I have a limited amount of pots and stuff, I want to boil the egg first. And all I'm going to do is boil the egg. I've heard that cold water is, starting from cold water is the best. So I'm going to start cooking the egg with cold water. And I'm going to turn it on high-ish heat to boil. And also use some salt. You can tell I have this planned, right? Use some salt to make the egg easier to peel once it's cooked. The pot is at a rolling boil. I'm going to cover it, turn off the heat, and let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes. My egg should now be finished cooking, so I'm going to remove the lid and not put it there because it's going to dump into a pot of hot oil. Remove the egg. Okay, with two hands I put it into a bowl and putting cold water over it and sticking it in the fridge for when I need to use it. I'm going to be adding my ingredients. I have my water. I'm doing a double batch, so because there are two of us. So there's 800 milliliters of water in this bowl. I had to use this bowl because we're missing our measuring cup. So I'm using the measure on the side of the bowl. So, and also makeshift teaspoon. It's a spoon for tea, right? So we have 3 teaspoons of stock. If you can get this out right. 1, 3, 2 teaspoons of soy sauce, which is all stuck to my counter. Great. Carefully. 1. 2. Great. They're a bit close. 2 teaspoons of sesame oil. 1. 2. And then 3 teaspoons of oyster sauce. That is as thick as I was. That's fine. Wow. Okay. This is smelling ramen-y, I guess. Okay. And just put in the mixture. And then a pinch of salt. And pinch of sugar. Well, it's too much. I'm using the same pot that I did for the egg, so that's why I had to cook the egg first. So carefully putting all of this into there. We're gonna turn our heat on. Sort of high-ish, I guess. I don't know. I don't make soup. So we're gonna cook this until it all comes. Okay, so my soup appears to be done, so I'm gonna turn off the heat and ladle it into bowls in even amounts. There is my soup, and I'm gonna set that aside so I can cook the noodles. Wow, I speak goodly. So this is the ramen that I got. It says ramen, but pretty sure it's the same as ramen. And it's Chinese noodles, you know. So they're different packs, but they have the similar cook time, and like my partner eats a lot, so I didn't think that this would be enough for both of us. I got this one just in case. So Yeah, I'm going to put those into my pot of water and cook them for what? 3 minutes, I guess. One of these, yeah, 3 minutes. Okay, since I don't have a lot of confidence in my ability to assemble this with one hand, I figured I'd introduce the ingredients, the toppings that I'm going to use. So, of course, I have the egg. I've cut it in half. It looks nice. I have, we had Ramen the other day, so we happen to have a bunch of this, so I figure I'd use off the rest of that. Nori, seaweed, just kind of like flaky kind. And this is, I think this is the same kind that was used in the video. And I didn't know this, but apparently it's, I guess I just didn't read when I was watching the video, but apparently it's already pre-cut. I thought I was going to have to cut it, but I don't, so that's nice. And Agedama, which is some kind of fried batter, and these go really nicely in soups, and I really like this, so it's good, nice, good. These are what I'm going to be putting in the ramen when my noodles cook. Okay, here's the noodles with the soup, and I'm going to put in the ingredients except for agedama, because I don't know when my partner's coming home, so I don't want them to get all soggy. So here's the final product. Of course, like I said, mine is agedama, and I think it looks nice. I want to give just a small taste. I can nangle these chopsticks on camera, and oh god, so many things. Just want to give like a little taste. It's good. Yeah, that's really nice. I was a little concerned over the smell. I wasn't a big fan of the smell I was cooking, but no, it tastes very good. It's nice. I like it, and I'm looking forward to eating this when my partner comes home. Hopefully he'll get home before it cools and the noodles get all gross and stuff. Hopefully that's soon. But yeah, that is my finished product, and I'll be back to talk about what I thought, what my partner thought, a little bit later. Okay, so I'm filming in another room because my partner is watching TV in that room, and I just wanted to give my feedback on the ramen. We just had it, and I'm so full. So the ramen turned out really nice. It was really good. I liked it a lot, and so did my partner. Unfortunately, he didn't come back until like a half hour after I finished cooking, so it was pretty lukewarm when we ate it. But despite that, it still tasted really nice. I think all the ingredients that I put in and the ramen and the soup all tasted really nicely together, and it was just good. To be honest, I don't actually really like ramen. The reason is that it tends to be very oily and very salty, and it just doesn't taste nice to me. Many people probably like the taste of regular ramen, but it's not for me. But when I saw Jun's recipe, I thought it sounded good, not too heavy, so I thought that I wanted to try it, and yeah, it's really good. It's nice. It wasn't too heavy, it wasn't too oily, too salty or anything. It's perfect. It melded perfectly with all of the other flavors. So thank you, Jun, for posting your recipe online. We both really enjoyed it. So this has been Chiri-san in Japan, and I will see you next time.